Hello, everyone. Ti Dave here today. I'm here with Bendata,
Bedanta
Bendanta
Bora.
Bora, and he's the author of "Coping with Remote Neural Monitoring and Organized Stalking," and you can look it up on Kindle, and it's supposed to help you. He can explain it, but anyway, I'll be interviewing him today, and the he's been targeted since 2012, and the first question I have for you is, first of all, it's nice that you're brave enough to come on here and speak out, and that you were brave enough to write a book on this situation, um, and raise awareness. We need more people to do
Thank
that
you, David.
everywhere
Thank you.
nowadays more than ever. My first question for you is, what was your life like before you were targeted, and what has it been like since you've been targeted?
Life was just like a normal college kid. When I was in university, I was targeted. When I was in college second year, and in Feb 2012, I changed the room which was near my college in Kumarasamy layout, Bangalore, and the perpetrator stayed in third floor of house number 26 of the same same landlord's building. And so slowly through stalking and slowly to to moderate to heavy stalking, things turned out like that. And before my fifth semester, the things were terrible. Somehow I survived. Somehow I was able to give my examination. I even forgot the calculator in the college.
And do you think they were stalking you to make you flunk out of
Yes,
college?
yes, they did. But somehow God helped me, and my firm belief in God helped me, and I was able to survive that
Am-
heavy amount of stalking. And
Amen.
on February 2013, the female stalkers left the room, and a family of stalkers where there were females and males and a male entered the premises and entered their same room and used to be in rent in that room. They also used to stalk, and actually, all I documented everything at that time. But as time passed by, the evidence are destroyed tactically. And my friend, who went to me with to give verdict to the police commissioner's office, he is being manipulated not to give evidence against remote real monitoring and perpetrators.
I couldn't understand what you were saying. You said they started stalking your friend too?
Yes, now it is the police. He says that have threatened him, so he is not going to give a testimony. He says so.
Oh, they were threatening, the police were threatening him too.
Yeah,
So the police are involved in your stalking as well. And where you at? Where you located?
I am located in North Lakhimpur, Assam,
Uh, so
and
do you
few
have
days
any
ago I
clue
got
why they
a
done this to you?
yes because you see they do this to people who are not easily manipulated or who have a activism in their human biology systems. What to tell? It might be because of random targeting by random selection, and maybe my grandfather was a freedom fighter, so it could have been done anyway.
Right.
But to tell you the fact is that it's a supercomputer selection and not the truth. We can't
Now I
tell.
was watching a show last night called Condor, and at the beginning of it, this dude had this algorithm that detects, the supercomputer classifies everybody as, and they
Yes.
classified this dude as a 12% threat, and so of course they tried to take him out because it was a 12% threat. So I'm thinking like this technology assesses each and every person, don't they, as threat level, whether or not they have activism in their blood, whether they can be manipulated. There's probably all kinds of things to the algorithm that a supercomputer does to pick you. Uh, um,
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly,
it's very
exactly.
sophisticated.
I have approached almost every government department. Back then in 2013 too, I wrote to our President of India, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam ji, but it was not of much help. He couldn't help because these things were classified. How can he say that this exists and you are being tortured? Wait, I will help you. How can he say that? He can't because this is classified.
Right,
So, as I went through the internet, and because in 2013, when I was heavily stalked from them, one day the perpetrators told me that they were torturing me through technology and machinery, and it at once gave me an idea because I was seeing a lot about it and in the college library and other things. And in the net, when I kept searching, I found people who are going through same phase like me. And these people are known as targeted individuals.
right,
And eventually, I found out the Matrix deciphered by Dr. Robert Duncan and had bought his other books also and friended him in FB and also saw him in Jesse Ventura Brain Invaders Conspiracy Theory. And from then, it is a long journey.
right. Very long journey. Um, it seems like they try to keep you in fight or flight all the time. And the
Yeah.
reason why, and I posted this the other day, and I think it's a very good post to think about. It says, we're not ourselves when we're triggered. We become who we think we need to be to survive. And when we're constantly being triggered, our identity can start to slip away because our personality and values are constantly getting hijacked by flight or flight reflexes. And I think this program, you know, any little response, it's logging into the remote neural monitoring system. So whether somebody's stalking you, whether you act angry, if you respond in any kind of way, it's getting logged in to create a digital twin of you.
Yeah, definitely. The main thing is not to panic and fear and be rational. Otherwise, there are many bad things other than that could happen.
Right. So what they're basically running all kinds of psyops on you, and then they sit back and you destroy yourself.
Yeah.
A lot of the times, except in cases where
And,
people are getting
and
severely.
I've been approaching different government officials, including the president of our country, the prime minister of our country, the CM of my local state, the member of legislative assembly of my local place, and they don't seem to quite help. And now I approached. Wait a second, I'll show you. I approached this uh, North Lakhimpur police station. I approached them also. I don't know where is my. I might have misplaced it somewhere. I would have shown you, but now I don't know where it's gone.
That's why I have a hard time believing that any lawsuits or anything are going to work because the system is designed to be rolled out on the whole world. Sort of like a Minority Report, like that movie Minority Report. So if they're planning on rolling this out on the whole world, there's no way they're going to stop now. You know.
Well,
So
our
the best thing to
activism,
do is find ways to cope.
oh yeah, find ways to cope and also raise voice against these tortures. If you don't, tomorrow your children or their children's children or somebody they love or you love might be targeted. You see,
Right.
this is given to North Lakhimpur police station and they have given this general diary entry number, but they have not registered an FIR till now. I don't know what is the reason behind it. Are they so much coward that they are not doing, or there might be some political pressure or what, or initiative? I don't know. I am a civilian. I don't know what they are doing till now.
So that's a police report in your hand.
Yeah, it's a police report in my hand, and not only now. In 2013, also I had given a police report to Commissioner of Police, Banglore.
And what did he say? Did he just kind of blow it off, or did he say he would help you and didn't?
Yeah, these type of things are very common.
Or did he gaslight you and say maybe you need mental help?
No, you gave the commissioner report, then after 5 6 months, the report will be given to the local police station. Then again, after so many months, the people who are ready to give evidence, they are manipulated somehow, either by money or fear. I can sense that. My own friend, and then he was like a brother, Satyendra Prasad. He was manipulated, as he said, over a call to me that police, after I left Bangalore, police have been telling these and that things about me and told him not to help me.
Right. Yeah, and that's what they do. And
And no advocate is taking my case here, No advocate is taking my case here.
no, what'd you say again?
No advocate, no lawyer is ready to take the case here.
Oh, no lawyer to take the case. Right. Because it's all hush hush. So do you experience V2K at all?
Yeah. Yes, I experienced B2K.
Because I know
I've been
V2K. I almost did not. I almost gave up on the interview. You know, they stingrayed you yesterday, wouldn't let it go through, and then today V2K is like, "Oh, he's wasting your time." Because I do get people who schedule interviews just to waste my time, and then I know V2K's lies, so I didn't listen to it, and I asked if you're okay. You know, they were trying to tell
definitely
me, yeah,
they will they will try to demoralize you. They will try to, in every way, either by fear or by manipulation, they will try to break your free will. Because sleep deprivation, it's been a common issue for a targeted individual. Sleep deprivation, sleep cycle changes. Why they do sleep deprivation? To break the human will, to break the force that fight back. And in that matter, your God or Bhagwan or whomever you pray, you keep your faith strong, things will change.
right, and I truly believe that. Yeah, somebody said the other day in a comment, "What's prayer gonna do?" Well, prayer is very powerful if you're tapped into you know, the Creator like you're supposed to be. I preferably use Psalms. Do you have any advice as far as what you do with V2K that might help others when you hear it?
Listen to positive stuff, listen to music, listen to positive stuff, try to be with positive people, avoid negative company, and try to have some TI friends also, either online or offline. If you can find somebody offline, that's more good. If you can find somebody online, that is also good. And you have to balance between TI and non-TI friends. That's it.
Right. Could you kind of explain remote neural monitoring? Uh, I don't want you to tell the whole book, but you know, just kind of explain how serious it is and the need and how you cope with it.
Well, remote neural monitoring is very dangerous, and it could monitor every vital signs in the body, every neurons in the body. It can induce every type of physical or mental ailments if the person who is operating wants it to be done. Otherwise, if they want, they can heal any diseases too. But this is done for evil purposes, not for the good of humans. And I counted a V2K through music frequency hearings, amplitude, static amplitude, listening. These are simple kinds of things. Most of music is universally accepted to provide some soothing effect.
Yeah, and music also creates all kinds of activity in the brain, which can break brain entrainment. Also,
Yes, definitely.
yeah,
And I have this recommendations that people read these books, not only my book, you see there. The Matrix Deciphered by Dr. Robert Duncan, Project Soul Catcher by Dr. Robert Duncan, Satellite Terrorism by Dr. John Hall, Guinea Pigs by Dr. John Hall, and then Coping with Remote Real Monitoring and Organized Stalking by
And that's
Bedanta
by
Bora.
him. That's by Bedanta.
Yes.
The person I'm talking to right now wrote that book and it's on Kindle. The first two books, though, ask me in the comments. I will share a link in the comments on how to get them two books for free. The Project Soul Catcher and Matrix Deciphered. I've been trying to put links in the description. They give me strikes for that, so my channel is heavily censored. So please bear with me. And if you need the link to the library to get the free books, just ask me in the comments, and I'll comment the link you need. Um, uh, but his book is on Kindle. I think it's $7. Um,
Yes.
but he's right. The Matrix Deciphered, Project Soul Catcher are books that tell how this stuff operates. Because they're hacking into your body just like they hack into a computer, basically your brain.
Yeah. Exactly. And you get hooked into it. They keep you locked in. And once you are locked in, it's difficult and almost impossible to come out of it just like that.
So I'm thinking in 2015, this officer stopped me. This was after I had first experienced V2K and direct energy weapons. Uh, this officer stopped me and he was just questioning me. He ended up taking me to the mental hospital because they screwed my mind up that day more than any day I can remember. With this mind control stuff, and
Mhm.
I've had some pretty wild days. But listen, what he did, I had my hands up and all that, and he's just talking to me. He searched me, nothing on me. Well, he calls on his walkie-talkie. This is no lie. He calls on his walkie-talkie to this woman remotely and asks my vital signs. She tells him my blood pressure, my temperature, and everything over a walkie-talkie. She's
Oh.
nowhere in sight.
Uh, and regarding myself, you see how difficult it would have been. I was so young. I was the youngest among the other targeted individuals in India at that time in 2013 when I came to know about the technology and started activism. I came to know that there are many good people who have come forward to speak about these things openly and have challenged governments throughout the world to admit it. And we have also given our torture case to torture repeater Niels Malger before, and he had coined the term cyber warfare. Instead, he should have been telling it as cybernetic warfare, but somehow, at least we are going through some progress. And in 2020, targeted for targeted individuals is good that for in 2020, US has declassified the directed energy weaponry. You can always now complain about directed energy weaponry and other systems because the patents are available.
All right. Um, so you do see hope in this ending one day.
Well, if we all of us are united, we fight back the systems and try our best to raise activism and educate the public about it. Then tell them, see, whether you consider us crazy or not, if you don't believe us, today or tomorrow, you or somebody you love or like might be targeted. Then what are you gonna do?
Right. Yeah, and that's what people's not understanding. We're just the beta test. It's going to eventually roll out on everybody if it don't get stopped.
Yeah, for everybody. It's multi-million dollar equipment for use for war purposes, not just somebody is kidding on the other door, other side using some small handheld device. It's not like that.
Right. Do you
Yeah, tell
do
me,
you
sir.
have you ever been sent a honeypot? And if so, could you kind of explain the situation? I like letting my viewers, especially new targets, know about honeypots and how dangerous they are. I don't know if they've ever sent any
Well,
your way.
when I was in my final year of college, I met a girl online. We became friends. Then she became my girlfriend, and after that, I came to Assam. I came to my hometown, and things were not that easy. She was so manipulative. She was a narcissist, and she was setting different type of traps for me. But somehow God saved me, and I just don't want to talk more about it because it's hurts.
Right. And is there any like what did she try to get close to you to target you behind the scenes or what was going on, or would you rather not talk about it?
Well, when you are in such a relationship after you are a TI, be prepared to get backstabbed, to get cheated. I was cheated as being lied to. She even lied her personal and permanent address. She lied her brother's profession, her father's profession, and her profession. It was a complete trap. And somehow God is my only hope, and God saved me.
Amen. Uh,
Amen.
did you have was you before you were targeted? Like, did you have family members? Were you close to a lot of friends? Did they isolate
Yeah,
you?
I have a lot of friends. I was quite good. I had a good social contacts with my friends and seniors who had came to study in the college or in Bangalore. I was in good terms with all of them, and slowly, my friend circle was dismantled. My friend circle did their level best at that time back then in 2012 or 12, at that and 13, that in spite of hearing that it's such a big issue, still they stood out and tried their level best for quite for some time to fight back these things.
So you lost all your friends too.
Yeah, I don't have any friends now. Nobody talks to me like normally. People don't prefer me. These are things going on, and government is also doing nothing. Asked help. I have approached everybody, almost everybody in the government, be it in state government or central government. All I was asking for is a small government job that could give me the right to live with dignity. And then even they're not giving me government pension that I deserve.
Right. And you think you were targeted to make you what fail college, or do you know why you were targeted?
Well, the targeting has many reasons. People are targeted not just to feel something, they are targeted because the war weapons have many covert studies just goes on. Then the list goes on from depression to killing other people to killing himself, or how long they could torture you so that you die off yourself, or many applications. This is a war tool and it's universal. In the whole world, they are targeted individuals across the globe. No country you can see is safe anymore.
Right, and that's what makes me think. You know, sometimes I think the best way to deal with targeting, activism is all good, but to focus, and activism is good, but raising awareness and helping people learn how to cope and stuff. Like you've wrote a book, um, because if we sit around and wait on this to stop, it may never stop. So we need to be active in
Yeah.
figuring out ways to counteract the system.
Yeah, we need to go to the civilian people and say, see, this is happening to us. You might consider me crazy. Okay, I'm mad. But see to that literature, see to the data that I'm providing you. See the scientific evidence. And after they see the scientific evidence, some good people who has good intelligence will easily catch up that, oh, it's been happening and I should be careful about it. I should be vigilant and strong.
Right. And I asked my doctor one day. I said, "How does V2K know when my left side's hurting to call me Patrick Swayze?" Well, Patrick Swayze died of a certain illness, and I can't even say that on here because it's so censored. They had me so censored. But anyway, so I'm like, how does V2K know to talk to me in real time? And if it's just voices, why, and she tried to make up some excuse like, David, it's just a coincidence that your voices are saying stuff like that. I said, it's not voices, it's V2K. Here's the patent. And
Hmm.
you know how they are. These doctors don't want to listen to you. I showed the patent
No,
and
they
everything,
don't. They don't
and
listen.
they blew me off.
They pull you up. They will give you a psychiatric diagnosis, and that is the end of your freedom, like all of us.
Let's see. So do you experience direct energy attacks too?
Yes. You can see here. Actually, I'm black person. That is why things are not that visible.
Right.
The pinch in, you can see it here, the
Yeah.
pinch in certain types of things, the red marks, the stalking, it feels like somebody prickling needles, and sometimes it heats up the body too much. It feels like a burning sensation. And the V2K, fuck the V2K, man.
Right. And anybody who's experiencing V2K, one thing to learn about them is all lies. 95% of the time it's lies. If they're telling you the truth about something, it's to bait you in to believe a lie they're going to tell later on.
Mm.
Let me see. So when you leave your house, you got a lot of people stalking you and stuff. As soon as you leave your house, that's how I haven't left the house in 3 years.
Even my own family members, my own brothers, sometimes he would simply act as if he is too much drunk. A little bit of drinks he will take, and after that, all sort of nonsense and drama he will do. If from neighborhood the stalking is not coming, from your own family, your own brothers and sisters will do it for them.
And so your family's involved too. Have you ever got lucky enough to figure out what lies they're spreading about you, why your friends stopped talking to you, what they were told? Some targets get fortunate enough
Well,
to.
something is that my family members, what they tell others is that Bedanta has gone crazy, he's mad, he tells this and that, don't go with him, he's a very dangerous person, this and that type of things.
Wow. And you're not dangerous at all. And that's, I'm just saying, like, you're a nice person. You're not what they say you
Oh,
are, is what I'm saying.
I love people and humanity, and I believe in God, Almighty God, and other entities that people pray. I'm born a Hindu, and but I have a spiritual inclination. I'm not religious, but I'm spiritual.
Okay. Um, and you can't hold a job, right? Like no targets can hold jobs, hardly.
Hardly you can hold jobs because of extreme level of stalking and disorientation they do. And the owners, if you do a private job, the owners will, even though they will face stalking while working, the owners will also cause a little bit of problem because the corporate owners are something, or they have a similar kind of attitude. Many of them have, in fact, and government is not trying to help me. I have been asking them to help me to get a job, government job, so that I can continue my living with dignity. And still the government has not helped. Until now, my disability pension, they have not given me any penny out of that.
Wow. Uh, I'm trying to think. Yeah, see, and where we're at, like, I do survey apps. Now it takes forever to make money with surveys, uh, but it adds up over time. Like I've got like $40 accumulated on Inbox Dollars app. It's called Inbox Dollars. It's an app, and you do surveys. Now it takes time to make money off surveys, but it's one of the ways I found to make a little bit of money. I don't know if y'all have them over there in your country, apps where you can do surveys and make money. Um,
Many of them are fake, and police have caught many here, and it's the big problem of scam and fraud here.
oh,
And therefore, I was going honestly, I was trying to open a car wash and a garage because I'm an automobile engineer, I can do that. And still, my family once agreed that he will do that. I gave them my brother money, and after some days, my brother returned the money, said that no, I cannot give you to do this. You take your money back. And every time I wanted to start a business and tell my mom or my family that business, they would disrupt somehow or other. So I have to be quite distance myself. I have to distance myself from them for quite some time in order to survive properly.
right. Because they're constantly sabotaging everything you try to do.
Yes.
Wow. Uh, is there any message you'd like to say to my viewers today, as far as any tips you'd like to give to them, or tell them how you deal with your targeting, or any kind of message you'd like to give to my viewers?
Positive hypnosis, my dear friends. Even though the V2K is negative, you start hearing or listening to positive hypnosis. Positive things like reading Bible, reading a book, reading a guitar, or any type of motivational book will help you. Listening to music, positive music. Music is internationally acclaimed to cause positive vibrations and other things. Other than that, you can do vibration treatment. You input certain vibrations, and within that vibrations you can see that your body has uh, changed a bit and responded to negative things in a better way. Thank you very much,
Yeah.
John. David, sorry.
Yeah. One more question? Do you take any supplements that help you, or recommend any supplements that might help?
Well, yes, you can take protein powders, irrespective of the brand. You can take protein powders and other medicines, multivitamins that are suitable to you as prescribed by your doctor.
Okay. Well, I thank you for coming out. And, his book is called Coping with Remote Neural Monitoring and Organized Stalking. And if you wanted to, you just type that into Kindle, and it'll show up. That's how it was easy for me to find it. And is there anything else you'd like to say before we go?
God is great, my dear friend. Never stop
Amen.
believing in God.
Amen. I'm going to stop
Amen.
I thank you for coming out. I'm going to stop the recording. Anybody who wants to get their voice out on here like he did, or start posting about this is activism, and, just because it's got to stop. And if we don't stop, like he said, your children and everybody is going to be hooked to this and controlled involuntarily. So, please think about, if you're sitting there quiet and stuff and afraid to speak up, please think about speaking up. If not, and I'm not even asking you to speak up on my show, but anybody's, start posting on Facebook about it, spread the word, start your own YouTube channel. There's different avenues you can take as far as activism, because like he said, the world's in trouble if we don't get the word out and this don't get stopped. So I'm going to stop recording right now. We can say our goodbyes. I really appreciate you coming out again. And
Thank you, David.